Hello, YouTube. It's no secret that Siberia has been visited by various Chinese figures since ancient times. Most often, they were merchants or political figures. So, at the beginning of the fabulous 18th century, or rather in the year 1714, the Chinese ambassador Tulishen arrived in Siberia. Well, from there, he sent messages to his emperor, in which he described everything he saw with his own eyes. One of the letters claimed that Tulishen, along with other participants of the campaign, came across a strange beast, mamunta, or in another way also known as hisha. He described it as a majestic, peaceful creature hiding underground subterraneously from harsh snowstorms and blizzards. At the withers, according to the ambassador, it reached more than 3.5 meters, was covered with thick reddish-brown hair, and had two terrifying tusks, with which it could easily cope with even a bear. Withers are the ridge between the shoulder blades of an animal, typically like a quadruped. In many species, this ridge is the tallest point of the body. Surprisingly, mammoths, like elephants, tended to hide in caves or underground karst rooms during bad weathers, if the size allowed it. For example, in Africa and South Asia, this phenomenon was very common. Despite their size, animals would hide in caves and whole herds. In a subsequent letter, Tulishen stated that he had asked about the hisha from the Siberians who came across along the way. Some hunters claimed that they also encountered mammoths, but only 2 of them answered that way. It turns out that the animal did not live everywhere, but very sparsely, and was already extremely rare in the 18th century. However, academic science will disagree in this case. Well, let them. Let me see if Tulishen can be trusted. Let's look at his life. Tulishen, who lived between the years 1667 to 1741, was a Manchu official and diplomat during the early Qing dynasty. Tulishen was a member of the Manchu Plain Yellow Banner in the 8 Banners and belonged to the Ayan Gyoro clan. In 1712, after having served in several minor positions in the Qing government, the Kanchi emperor appointed him to the Qing embassy. To Ayuka Khan of the Torguts, who had migrated to the lower Volga River, where they had formed the Kalmyk Khanate kingdom under Peter the Great of the Russian Empire. The whole journey through Russian Siberia territories took 3 years, and Tulishen later recorded the journey in a famous travelogue, narrative of the Chinese embassy to the Khan of the Targut Tartars, which was published in 1723. This fascinated many readers in Europe and later appeared in English, German, Russian, and French translations. While in 1720 he dealt with the Ismailov mission to Peking at that time. In 1727, Tulishen served as the head of the Qing delegation with the Treaty of Kyakhta, when it was negotiated with the Russian representative Sava Lukich Vladislavovich Raguzinsky. However, upon his return to the capital Beijing, he was accused of misconduct during the treaty negotiations, as well as having betrayed military secrets earlier in his career. He was tried and sentenced to death in 1728, but the Yongzheng emperor eventually pardoned him. That's what we have about the Chinese ambassador, so to say, who was in Russia, in Siberia, and observed the mammoths. So this story contains some of the favorite subjects for me: the strange, eerie, macabre, mysterious, fascinating 18th century, and mammoths and Siberia. And I'll bring you more stories about the mammoths, because I continue to collect information. And you can find more just do the research in my channel, put the mammoth, word mammoth, and other videos will come up. Especially, I'm keeping an eye on Yakutia. So if you like my research, please kindly support me through the links you'll find in the description to this video. Please like my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Please make sure they notify you about my videos. And thank you for your attention to my work.